Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you've got this dream, right? Turning that absolute passion for travel into a real honest-to-goodness business? Well, you're in the perfect spot. Today, we're going to break down one of the biggest first steps, getting your travel agency license. Think of it like this. We're about to get your business's passport stamped and ready for adventure.
I mean, it's an awesome thought, right? You get to design dream vacations, check out new spots, and build a business that you actually love. But, before you start booking those incredible trips for your clients, there's a little bit of groundwork we got to cover, just to make sure you're totally set up for success from day one.
And that's where this whole passport idea comes in. Just like you can't cross a border without one, your business needs its own passport to operate legally. That travel agency license, that's it. It's the official stamp that says, hey, this business is legit and ready to go.
So let's get specific. What is this license really? Well, think of it as your official green light from the government. It's the legal authorization that lets you sell all the cool stuff: flights, hotels, cruises, you name it.
And what this does is it officially places you as the trusted middleman, the bridge, really, connecting all those travel suppliers with the people who want to buy from them. This license is your ticket to being a real official player in the travel world.
Here is a quick break. If you want to master the digital marketing secrets to grow your travel agency business and get hundreds of leads, I've created a complete step-by-step guide, which you can download for free from the link in the description box. Now, let's continue.
Okay, now this next part is super important. We need to clear up something that trips up a ton of new business owners: the difference between a license for your agency versus a license for an agent. Getting this right from the start is absolutely key.
All right, first we have the travel agency license. This one's for the business itself. So if you're setting up an LLC, a corporation, any kind of formal business, this is the license that covers your whole operation.
Then you have the travel agent license. See the difference? This one is for an individual person. It basically says, yep, this person knows their stuff. Now, here's the thing. In a lot of places, if you're working under an agency that's already licensed, you might not even need this. And that's exactly why you've got to check your local state rules.
This chart really lays it all out perfectly. You see on the left, the agency license. That's for the business entity. Its whole purpose is just to authorize the company to operate. And yeah, it's pretty much always mandatory. But then on the right, the agent license. That's for you, the individual. And whether or not you need it really just depends on where you live. Okay, so now we know what we're going for. Let's talk about how to actually get it. I'm going to walk you through a super clear 5-step roadmap to get your agency licensed and ready for that grand opening.
I know, when you're just starting out, it can feel like a lot. So the big question is, where do you even begin? Let's map it out.
Here it is, your 5-step plan. Step 1, research. Seriously, every state is different, so you have to know the rules for your specific location. Step 2, register your business. This is what makes it a real legal entity. 3, gather your documents and apply. This is where you get all your ducks in a row. 4, pay the fees. It's just a necessary part of the process. And finally, step 5, pass any exams, but only if your state requires one. See, it's a pretty clear path when you break it down.
All right, so let's say you've done your research and registered your business. That's steps 1 and 2 checked off. Now you're at step 3, the application itself. This is all about gathering your paperwork. And trust me, being prepared here will make the whole thing so much smoother. So what are they going to ask for? Well, typically you'll need a few key things. Of course, you'll need your business registration documents. Then you'll need to show you're financially stable, usually with something called a surety bond. That's really there to protect your clients. You'll need proof of insurance too. You'll also have to agree to follow consumer protection laws, which is all about building trust. And like we said, some states might have you pass a test just to show you know your stuff.
Okay, let's talk money. How much is this going to set you back? Well, it definitely varies depending on where you are, but you can probably expect to invest somewhere between, say, $500 and $1,000 for the whole license and registration process. It's a really good idea to factor this into your startup costs right from the beginning.
Getting that license is a huge milestone for sure, but it's not the finish line, not even close. Now we got to talk about how to keep everything legal and, just as important, how to build that professional credibility that's going to make clients choose you.
And this is so important. Your license isn't some one-and-done thing you just hang on the wall and forget about. Nope.
It needs ongoing attention to make sure your business stays compliant and keeps its great reputation.
So what does that actually mean day to day? Well, think of it in a few parts. First, there's the admin stuff. You got to mark your renewal dates on the calendar and keep your insurance and any bonds active. Then there's the professional side. Stay on top of any changing travel rules and keep really good records. And finally, the customer side. You have to, always, address client feedback and complaints quickly. That right there is the foundation of a fantastic reputation.
So once your business is all legally buttoned up, it's time to think about leveling up. The license, that's mandatory, but certifications, that's your chance to really shine. They're what prove to clients that you've got specialized knowledge and you're seriously committed to this.
And you know, there are some amazing programs out there. For a solid all-around credential, you could look into the Certified Travel Associate, the CTA. Or, hey, if you love cruises, specializing with a Master Cruise Counselor certification could make you an absolute expert. You could even become a certified destination specialist and be the go-to person for a specific part of the world. Each one of these gives you a serious competitive edge.
So, when you look back at all these steps, all this paperwork, remember what it's really about. It might feel like just a bunch of admin tasks, but it's so much more than that. Every single step you take, from registering your business to earning that first certification, is another brick in the foundation of the travel agency you've always been dreaming of building.
So there you have it. You have the roadmap. The path from that initial dream to your grand opening is all laid out for you. Really, the only question left is, what incredible adventure is your agency going to plan first? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.